Very busy weekend for you, Jenny Taft. Hope it was a good one. What are you and the guys talking about today?
Good morning, Jenna. Yes, busy with college football, but happy to be back right here. Coming up on Undisputed, did the Browns get robbed by the refs? Did the Cowboys finally figure out their offense? And did Earl Thomas cross the line? We'll discuss all the big NFL stories, plus D'Angelo Hall is in studio with us. Undisputed. Coming up next, Jenna, back to you and the guys.
All right, thank you so much, Jenny. Time for us to go viral. JOsh Rosen made his NFL debut for the Cardinals yesterday. He finished with 180 yards and a touchdown, but quickly found out about tough love, with Seahawks linebacker Bobby Wagner refusing to help him up. Welcome to the league, Rook. I love that it was circled.
If you were watching this game on Sunday Ticket, or if you live in the Seattle, Arizona area, our guy Stink was on the call.
Yep.
Man, he had some fun with it, see.
Absolutely.
JOsh Rosen can't help a guy up, man.
He don't know any
Watch how
better.
cool he
Poor
tries to
kid,
be on his life. He's
raised
like, yeah,
on the
we're
beach
good.
and everything. Suburban kid. Oh, yeah, the beach, they help you up. Oh, yeah, come on, Josh, get up, buddy. Oh, yeah, get out of here with that mess. It's NFL.
JOsh Rosen played well in his first NFL.
Oh, he made some big-time throws now.
Absolutely.
You can tell that he's the NFL-type quarterback. Variance of his throws, speed, down the sideline. Man, he threw a couple ropes in there. So I like what I saw.
Absolutely.
Except for that begging.
Don't expect a hand up.
Hey, how you doing up there? Get out of here.
All right, moving on to the Cowboys and Lions, and Ezekiel Elliott, the story in this one. He was unleashed, as we all thought he needed to be. Carried the ball 25 times, gained 240 total yards, and scored a touchdown. Most importantly, had a 34-yard catch to set up the game-winning field goal. 26-24 was your final. See, is Zeke dominating the offense the formula for the Cowboys' success moving forward? Could they learn from what they did yesterday? And
Man, Zeke is a bad dude. Zeke's the baddest Cowboy they had in a long time. And I've never seen a Cowboy like him that wasn't utilized in the right way. That's the only thing with Zeke. You got to give him the football. He's a dominant running back. You see in the highlight there, that big run he had, he could have easily gone out of bounds. Man, he made that guy eat that stiff arm. And you know that you've drafted these great offensive linemen. I know they're big, but they're far more athletic than the way that they run the game plan. Scott Linehan, throw more screens to Zeke. You and I were saying that before the season started. Let the offensive linemen get on the perimeter, open up a few holes so it's not as predictable. So you need to give him the football. You need to let him touch it 18 to 20 times, carrying it, and throw it to him 5 times out of the backfield. That is the way that the Cowboys can be successful. That was one of the great performances that you'll see from a Cowboy running back yesterday.
You said 18 to 20. I would say 18 to 20 carries at a minimum. I would go into a game hoping Zeke gets 25 carries. You might say, well, that'd be 400 for the year. There's going to be games that either, because of this time-scoring situation,
yes,
you're either up enough that you can rest Zeke, or you're down so much you're going to have to throw more. I would try to get him what he got yesterday, 25 carries. Now, I want to give him credit. The big catch over the shoulder, that's the first time in his career he's been targeted on a ball that flew more than 10 yards in the air. And that flew 30-plus yards in the air. So he doesn't have, in the game, any experience trying to catch those balls. And that was the biggest play of the game. But he's the best player on your team. Right when you said it, I was thinking, he's the best Cowboys since who? Since the triplets were there. Yes. Since one of them. Like, I was thinking, I was trying to go back in my head.
Yeah, don't go Romo.
It's not,
no. Absolutely
He's a better, and I think Romo's underrated, but he's a better football player than Romo. And what you mentioned about him not running out of bounds reminded me of his preseason introduction. Was it
Seattle.
Sam Chancellor?
Yes.
Where he said, no, we're going to hit each other here and see who bounces off who. He's a great player. And spoiler alert, giving the ball to your best player as many times as possible can end really well. Like, it was the easiest answer to the test. The Cowboys didn't try it at all through the first 3 weeks. And now, and not surprisingly, Zeke got 25 carries, and Dak has his best game in a couple months.
Yeah, I don't know what the owner and stuff are looking at, but this is not the Rams, okay? I mean, this personnel is Ezekiel Elliott. That's how you have to win and lose football games. We can try to keep experimenting with their wide receivers, but I'm telling you, their wide receivers at best. Allen Hurns is a number 3.
Yeah.
Deontay Thomas, he is a 5. Okay. Cole Beasley is a slot receiver, so he's still A 3 being a slot receiver. Tight ends, nowhere to be seen. So, man, they got to go through Zeke if they want to be productive as far as moving the football.
Should we all agree then this is what we're going to see moving forward? It didn't work the first 3 games. They didn't do it. It worked this last game. They did do it.
It would be illogical. It would be illogical not to have this be the game plan. But I have learned not to assign my level of logic to other people. Like I can't.
Please.
Yes, of course, this should be the game plan. Like the game plan should be to give your best player the ball until the other team shows they can stop it.
I don't know how you have to be convinced after 2016. When you seen Zeke the first time they saw him after the first month, that was their game plan. Now, what's happened for your roster that you would change your game plan? In the NFL, it's about creating an identity and forcing it on the people that they have to stop who you are week in and week out. I don't know why Dallas, they take the field sometime with no identity. And then teams don't have to stop anything.
And they took a few shots downfield with Dak.
Yes.
Like that was, you said 2 a quarter. And going into this game, they had 1 pass play of greater than 20 yards all season. In yesterday's game, they had 4 of greater than 30 yards. Now, 1 was a screen to Zeke, fine. But 3 other ones were downfield passes.
I used to tell our offensive coordinator once out of every 4 weeks, because the NFL, they watch tape in 4-game increments. So now once you see the season, they'll be watching 4 games. If they can get 2 in the regular season, 2 in the preseason. If they don't have enough tape, they'll go to last year. But NFL teams study by watching 4 tapes. I used to tell the offense coordinator, every 4 games, I need you to throw me a long one. I don't need to catch it, but because I need that video going to the team that they think, hey, he will go deep. So every 4 games, I need 1 deep pass. Dallas, that's what you have to threaten the defenses if we're going to throw it deep, even though we know you must stop Zeke.
All right, let's move on to the New England Patriots, who played a rare Week 4 must-win yesterday, trying to beat the undefeated Miami Dolphins. They didn't have to try too hard. Pats handed Miami a 38-7 beatdown, snapping their 2-game skid. They were good. They showed consistency on both sides of the ball, basically for the first time this season. What do you think, Nick? How are the Pats able to turn things around in this one?
And it was an A+ game for them in almost every